Coined by the British Prime Minister Winston Churchill as the Pearl of Africa, when you mention Uganda to most people, they immediately conjure up images of brutal regimes, the last King of Scotland, poverty and other calamities. In the 1970s to the 1980s, Uganda was notorious for human rights abuses and suffered under dictatorial regimes by both Idi Amin and Milton Obote. The country went through an abyss of civil war, an AIDS epidemic and economic turmoil. Since then, Uganda's initiated economic reforms and growths have been robust and has been named as one of the friendliest, stable and prosperous countries to visit on the African continent. This documentary will focus on the greater attributes of Uganda, such as nature, culture, business and social developments. We will travel through the western part of Uganda, exploring green tea plantations, thick tropical rainforests, hills, caves, waterfalls, hot springs, crater lakes and the snow-peaked Ruwenzori Mountains. The journey to Fort Portal town, which is the main access town in the western region, is a 4-hour drive from the capital, Kampala. The drive is surrounded by a lot of green vegetation and wildlife. Welcome to Fort Portal town in the western region of Uganda. This town was recently voted as one of the best and fastest developing town in Uganda due to its cleanliness, its cosmopolitan nature, and it's a major tourist hub for most of the international people who come to Uganda. They usually come to Fort Portal town. You've got Kibale Forest nearby, you've got national parks, you've got over 60 crater lakes. You've got the Ruwenzori Mountains, which is just over there. Before colonial Uganda, kingdoms were at the forefront of leadership in the country. Due to civil and political unrest in the 1970s and the 1980s, kingdoms were abolished but later reinstated in the 90s. Toro Kingdom's palace is located on the Kabarole Hill, which means let them see in the local language, and is a decent walk from the main road. This right here is the fantastic Toro Kingdom's palace. I mean, you've got an amazing view from here. Check it out over there, you can see everyone else. You see? All the hills, the valleys, the town. Fort Portal town is just down there. You can see the Ruwenzori Mountains just on the right hand side. You can see the other side of the town and other villages within proximity. I mean, this is actually the best house in town. You enjoying the view? Yeah. Okay. All right. You guys, we've got too many beautiful places in the western region of Uganda, so we're going to go check out some crater lakes.
Everyone from South Carolina, she used to call me Rasta because I handle money.
Crater lakes are a magical result of previous volcanic activity. The western region is home to more than 60 crater lakes, all located on extinct volcanoes. Crater lakes have become huge investments in this part of Uganda, favored by many as locations for their homes, safari campsites, luxury lodges, and architectural excellence. We've actually made it to the bottom of the crater lake. The route down here was extremely bumpy. I didn't think we'd make it down, but we actually have. And this over here is a boat made out of bamboo sticks. Come and see. And this takes you across the crater. Rather creative, so it stops you from sinking. Craters are known for being very, very deep.
You want to try go?
No, no, I do not want to try this boat. It looks a little bit unstable. I don't know, so no. I might fall in and never come back. We're going to check out another crater which is on the other side. We made it to the other part of the crater lake, which is opposite the one we just been to, but it's a right old workout. I feel like I've burnt about 1,500 calories. You can see I'm sweating right now, but I reckon the other crater is a little bit nicer and cleaner than this. It's a little bit green, it's got some algae here. It's not as big as well. My mission to explore the western region is working. I've seen loads of beautiful things so far. Even though this is dirty, it still looks magnificent. Just come back from both the craters. We've got one there to my left. That's the much bigger crater. It's a lot cleaner. And we've got another one to my right where we just met a few kids doing some fishing. I'm completely exhausted. It's a bit of a workout, climbing up and down the hill, but it was all worth it. We're gonna go and check out Ndali Lodge, which is about 5 minutes away from here. So see you there. Since opening in 1996, Ndali Lodge has attracted visitors from different parts of the world. With one of the best locations in Uganda, the lodge overlooks the incredible Nyinambuga crater lake and the fantastic Ruwenzori Mountains. The lodge is owned by the Price family, who hold a substantial position in Ugandan history. Cool shower. Look at how it's got a shower, mirror, sink. Proper modern you are. Proper modern. I didn't want to stay over last time because I didn't think you had a shower. Well, from the he loves it, huh?
Well, yeah.
He's helping. How did you have no clue about construction?
Well,
How did you build this masterpiece?
with all the mistakes and joy of them and straight lines. What, you want to see my bedroom or upstairs?
Oh,
It's covered with butterflies.
that is quite an image. An image.
So how can I move up?
No, you can't. Just that view. This is actually a better path than the one we've just been to in the other crater. This is all done up and very accessible, so you can actually go down and have a drink at the crater lake. So come on, let's check it out. The Chaninga crater lake is located 9 kilometers from Fort Portal town and is one of the deepest crater lakes in the region at 220 meters deep. Standing at the fantastic Lake Chaninga, which is in the western part of Uganda. This is one of the more developed craters. As you can see here, it's got a bridge and a walkway. We've got a forest nearby as well. Also got a lodge which accommodates and takes care of the lake, which is why it's in such good condition. This is one of the biggest and deepest craters in the western region. We've got fantastic blue and green water as well as fish. So the possibilities are endless here, and the activities as well. You can swim, as you've just witnessed. You can have a boat ride, sit down and have a picnic. The lodge was designed and built by Steve Williams, who came to Uganda as a backpacker but was captivated by the breathtaking scenery at Lake Chaninga. He had a vision to create a luxurious lodge to add a human touch to the beautiful lake itself. And with 6 years of hard work, commitment, attention to detail, and over 1,000 hand-carved logs later, Chaninga Lodge emerged. In the last 2 years since it opened, Chaninga Lodge has attracted visitors from different parts of the world and has become one of the most exclusive locations to visit in Uganda. On. We've got thorns everywhere. Be careful. Stinging nettles as well.
You rub on your skin with burn, so.
This is quite a journey, quite an adventure. What's forming here?
So the stalactites,
Yeah?
stalagmites. So the stalactites are the upper hanging formation, and then the stalagmites are the lower formations are the lower.
Okay.
So they are chemically formed. They
What are they
forming
exactly forming?
pillars.
Pillars.
Yeah, so
for
when
the
they
face.
meet, they form these pillars. So this was one separate.
Okay.
Yeah, so the
What?
stalactites, they are going downwards, and then the stalagmites upwards, and then eventually meet and form what? The pillar.
The pillars.
So now the formation of the stalactites, the stalagmites is a very gradual process.
Okay.
So initially the rock has some calcium carbonates, magnesium, ions, and other elements. And when it rains, then rainwater so absorbs carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. So form a weak carbonic acid. So then the acid enters stream water. So as the water enters the rock,
Yeah.
then it reacts with the carbonate. And then the reaction releases carbon dioxide, and then the carbonate is left behind. solidified and form this hard solid. So due to gravity, as that dissolved water falls, you can see the water is dripping. So it falls with the carbonates. So where it lands here, then it deposits there the same, and then it solidifies. Then so the upper and the lower then continue to form, and then the electrolyte make.
Oh, that is proper cold. How high are they?
Now 8 meters.
8 meters. And how deep is this?
This solid, the water solid.
Shallow. Okay, look. So when you actually drink this water,
You actually drink of it. Use the water.
purified water.
Yeah. Only that it contains some additional.
It has a lot of calcium in it. That's not a bad thing. I mean,
Yeah, in fact it is essential for food.
absolutely. So you can use this as your substitute to milk.
And this is the typical to Uganda.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay then, Mark?
is it interesting?
Very interesting. Absolutely. Okay, what have we got here?
Now.
What are these are meant to be breasts.
Yes. Yeah. So these
Are they in the shape of
Yeah,
breasts?
because here of the shape and you see
Okay.
the nipples, this and that.
Oh,
So there
because
is formation stamped to be breasts.
breasts.
Yeah.
So these are the infamous
these
breasts
are the
of
human
the.
breasts.
Okay.
Have the dog's breast up in line.
Where?
And
Up
then
there.
the cow udder. The
Where is the cow udder? The one at the top or this big
below,
thing?
below.
The one at the bottom.
So some of it is just a local interpretation. Yeah. So
Okay.
it refers to these
Some of it is breasts.
stalactites. Yeah.
Okay. Alright. And the right kind of shoes. This. Right flower.